Recently, Suzy Lamb poured her heart out on Instagram, sharing a note so unsettling it's left many people deeply emotional. I mean, you could almost feel the weight in every word she wrote. And now, before we even try to unpack the reason behind it all, let's just read through her message and let it sink in. There will come a point in everyone's life when God will ask us to do some really hard things. Things beyond our own strength, things that require 100% dependence on Him. It's always a choice. Many say no. Many choose the easier road, but some grab onto God's hand and march boldly forward. He is worth more than anything on earth. Be prepared. Down that road comes suffering, which is excruciating, but also His presence, overwhelming. It's a road full of miracles and wonders, a deep peace and grace to carry us through. The pain may last longer than we imagined, bringing us to the end of ourselves, to where we cry, "End it, Lord, I can't take it anymore." But He says, "I've got you. Keep walking with me." So, we do. Then one day, finally, He says, "Assignment complete. I'm proud of you. Now rest." Ah, the golden words. He feeds, restores, refreshes. Suddenly, we're stronger and more resilient than we ever imagined. Trusting Him in this process has been one of the greatest privileges in my life. I would do it 100 times over. He forever has my yes. But I'm also so thankful to have reached the point after many tumultuous years where He said, "Be free. Go explore nature and rest until it's time to run again." I saw these trophy wife socks at a local shop. I had to grab them. As I celebrate and thoroughly enjoy this blissful season after enduring, walking in a promise kept by my Father. If you are a person who has told God no to walking down that difficult road, choosing compromise over conviction, it's okay. As long as there is breath in your lungs, it's not too late. Give Him your yes now. Tell Him, "No matter the cost, I'll trust you." He is worth it. He will carry you through. He is a promise keeper. He is the best Father. It's okay to feel bad sometimes. We all know Suzy and Jonathan Lamb have been going through a lot. When Suzy chose her words, saying she'd rather walk away than live as some trophy wife, that said so much. It was her way of bringing the truth into the light, even if it meant stepping out of her comfort zone. And you know it's no surprise that Joni Lamb claims Suzy was the one who pushed Jonathan to open up about everything. But at this point, does it even matter anymore? Everyone's gone back to minding their own business. Daystar TV isn't as strong as it once was, but it's still running. Weiss is still doing his thing. Life just keeps moving. Her reason for posting this feels pretty clear now. Not too long ago, she sat down with Jonathan for an interview, together, declaring they'd decided to move on, to let go of everything that happened. They even talked about Daystar's assets, the money they could have made if they'd stayed. And yet here they are, choosing peace over profit. Anyway, looks like Mama Joni, has finally agreed to everything. And Jonathan and Suzy? Yeah, they've made their final decision. After all that back and forth, hoping maybe his mom would come around, they're finally moving on. It's been a battle, but I guess they've accepted how things are. And now, they've finally decided to move on. Like, permanently. No more waiting around, no more hoping for some miracle change.
But there's a big old narrative out there. Oh, they're multimillionaires. They work for this multi-million-dollar ministry. Has this affected you guys financially? Has it hurt your life financially?
I mean, as vice president of Daystar, I had a really hefty salary.
Just that year of 23, right? Oh, no, of 22. Is that when you got that big bump? Before that, we were always normal.
For 2023.
It was never...
I mean, it was still a nice...
No, yeah, no, but it was like massive in 2022.
Full-time vice president for a whole year. Yeah.
We were shook. We were really like, whoa.
Nice. People want to act like you have...
No, we're still paying a mortgage.
Yeah, still have the bills that are coming in, you know, from living a lifestyle that was with a larger set of income. I mean, both of us.
I had got a bump too in 22 because he became vice president. Before that, everything actually came to head, you know, when we got in 22 after he passed, and I got a really nice salary, and Jonathan too. You would think that would be the time to be tempted to stay, if anything, but that was the time we were more ready than ever. I mean, it was the wrestle and breaking of me begging God, when will Jonathan be ready? So I'm ready to sell this house. I'm ready for a new beginning. We have 50 states to choose from.
We lay everything on the altar for the truth. If we had simply gone along with the charade, put aside our convictions, read the card, praised my mom's marriage, and continued to not question anything about Pete, we would have had everything that my father had said I would be the next president.
So, during one of my deep dives, just researching, trying to really understand everything behind the scenes, I came across this particular video. It was on a channel called Truth and Spirit Network. And let me tell you, the review they gave, absolutely stunning.
Doug's been looking really strange lately, almost unrecognizable. It's just odd because this is the same guy who won a bodybuilding contest in Colorado in 2021. Back then, he was in great shape. Energized Health even made a post about him saying, Doug Weiss is almost 60 years young and clearly thrived on our program. He won a bodybuilding contest in Colorado and clocked in at 62% hydration. At that point, he was still married to Lisa Weiss, and let's be honest, he looked amazing. If you look at all the photos and videos from that time, you can see he was in his prime. But ever since he married Suzy Lamb, something's been off. Have you noticed it?
Furthermore, I just have to add this. Sometimes it's like the law of karma kicks in so fast you barely have time to process it. In situations like this one, it really feels like that law's at work, but maybe not in the way we usually expect. Maybe it's not loud or obvious. Maybe it's subtle, drawn out, even quiet, but still so real. That's why you need to check out this video too. It ties into everything, almost like a mirror showing the ripple effects of past choices. And when you watch it with all this context, it just hits different. Like this is what happens when truth starts surfacing, when manipulation, power struggles, and hidden motives begin to crack in public view.
That's right.
Unfortunately, and I hate to say this, but Doug, even amongst the staff, was thought as somebody that was a little creepy. Women felt very uncomfortable around Doug when he would come around as a guest because it wasn't, it was not unlike him he would give a woman, up and down view. And, he was a sex doctor. That's how we saw him. He was the former sex addict that had sex shows. And even in the women's conference, most of his segments were sex-based. His language was a little bit too strong, I think, for a Christian environment. Actually, for a secular environment, I would never have had some of the conversations and said some of the things that he says and is well known for in public. Those are very uncomfortable conversations, which I'm sure is why he did it. But there's healthy ways and godly ways that I think you can have those conversations. But yeah, he, everybody knew his laugh, and quite frankly, Joni, that people made fun of his laugh, and I hate to say that, but and Joni was one of those people, and so now she, and that's why Shannon.
Did she make fun of his laugh?
Yes,
she did.
Yes, I mean, just that,
the laugh, the prophetic laugh that Shannon Kelly heard in a dream.
Exactly. And so it was well known that, that he was just an odd character, and Joni would have part of those conversations. So I understand that, she looks at him as her husband. I hope that she was honest with him, because we did, it was, being around him was uncomfortable. And I think to this day, I've heard from, other people who've been around him to date, just like months ago. And he still gives that. People who have a discerning spirit, I think, are more likely to feel it and to see it. And there are people that have said that it's uncomfortable. Being around him is a little uncomfortable. I don't know what is going on, but people should be concerned. He looks swollen. His voice is slurred, and it may be a something medically that's going on that none of us know about, and that's okay. But yeah, it is disconcerting to see that side of him, for sure.
And someone else, and yeah, JT, you're just putting up the would this be the thing you're talking about, this little hand grab right here? Like,
Yes.
okay, you've said enough.
Exactly. And
I'm going to step in.
I mean, there's times, I think it's that specific show. It's a clip from your show a couple of days ago where the look on her face says it all. I mean, I just, she looks disgusted by what he's saying. So, yeah.
She's in quite a position, and she can't even hide it, actually.